Now 6:30. The November 5th work study will begin. We'll start with a proclamation for the National American Indian Heritage Month. Mr. Mayor,
Thank you.
we're good now?
Yep. Sorry.
We're good now.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chairman. This is an annual proclamation. We're proud to do it. Whereas the history and culture of our great nation have been significantly influenced by American Indians and indigenous peoples, and whereas the contribution of American Indians have enhanced the freedom, prosperity, and greatness of America today, and whereas their customs and traditions are respected and celebrated as part of a rich legacy throughout the United States, and whereas Native American Awareness Week began in 1976 and recognition was expanded by Congress and approved by President George Bush in August 1990, designating the month of November as National American Indian Heritage Month. And whereas in honor of National American Indian Heritage Month, community celebrations as well as numerous cultural, artistic, educational, and historical activities have been planned. Therefore, as mayor, in virtue vested in me as mayor of the city of Southgate, do hereby proclaim that November 2025 as National American Indian Heritage Month in the city of Southgate, and urge all of our citizens to observe this month with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Move on to officials' reports. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you once again. The outpouring of support, charity, and fellowship continues to flow for the 97 senior citizens who lost their homes on September 24th due to a devastating fire at the Southgate American House apartment complex. The support for those residents has been incredible, from the initial response of our neighboring public safety departments to the businesses and individual volunteers who just showed up to help wherever it was needed. 14 neighboring fire departments and 11 police departments came to our assistance. In addition, we received tremendous help from Wayne County Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Response, along with their Department of Health. Our resource fair, which took place on Thursday, October 30th, was also a tremendous resource for the victims of the fire. The event was held in our senior center, was organized by the City of Southgate, the Red Cross, and Senior Alliance. Excuse me. Numerous senior housing providers were also on site to provide temporary and permanent housing options for many, providing discounted rates for the displaced residents. The Senior Alliance printed replacement Medicare cards and provided assistance with obtaining replacement Social Security cards. As you may know, a lot of those apartments were just totally lost, so they left without any of their IDs. The American Legion was on hand to distribute gift cards and to assist veteran victims of the fire. And special thanks to our state representatives for assisting us in providing the Michigan Secretary of State mobile unit so that the fire victims were able to obtain replacement IDs, handicap parking permits, and process address changes. The Information Center provided a Where to Turn guidebook. It is a comprehensive resource for the ongoing needs of these seniors. I'd also like to mention the superior efforts made by the American House staff and management. They were on site helping with the rescue efforts and continued their work at the Senior Center to make contact with all the victims and or their families to make sure everyone was accounted for. We received confirmation that everyone was safe at about 1 a.m. Saturday morning, another miracle in our community. Only 11 residents needed to spend the night at the Civic Center, but they were able to find accommodations by midday Saturday. As I look back at the last 10 days, I am certain the leadership really made a difference. In addition, our experience of the Meadows fire just 2 years earlier also served as a valuable lesson that provided a template for our actions. Our Public Safety Director, Joe Marsh, will and has laid credit for the success of this rescue to the numerous police and fire departments who worked so hard that Friday night. And that is indeed true. But there were numerous heroic acts, good decisions, and swift rescues. We will be holding an appreciation event next month to honor these individuals who really made a difference. In the meantime, I would like to offer a sincere thank you to all of the departments who came to our assistance and the support we received from the various organizations. Being at the fire site that night and experiencing the well-organized response of our senior center, I also need to acknowledge our tremendous support staff. Administrator Dan Marsh, Parks and Recreation Director Julie Goddard, DPS Director Kevin Anderson, and Senior Director Diane Grabowski, and their staffs were extremely efficient and effective. Through all of these efforts, the despair of the September 24th fire has evolved into certainty, stability, and hope for these displaced senior citizens. Prior to the fire on October 24th, the Southgate Walmart had their grand reopening. The city was represented by council members Karen George, Ed Golick, and Victoria Erridge. We appreciate Walmart's substantial reinvestment in the city and wish them continued success. The next day, on Saturday, October 25th, Success on a Spectrum, or SOS, held their grand opening at their new Eureka location. It was a festive event that featured a tour of the facility and several family-friendly events. Owners Ravi Sharma and Shula Bunat, who are actually husband and wife, quite a team, did a remarkable job renovating the Benson's building. Joining me in welcoming SOS to our city were council members Karen George, Ed Golick, and Victoria Erridge. I understand that Councilman Ayers-Reese was volunteering at our senior center for the fire victims and was not able to join us on the ribbon cutting that day. Best wishes to the owners and staff members of SOS as they offered one more option for families affected by the spectrum. Excuse me. Speaking of ribbon cuttings, another new business is scheduled to host their grand opening on Thursday, November 20th. This new addition is Dogs and Divas Grooming and Training. Their facility is at 14120 Pennsylvania Road near Lowe's. The ribbon cutting will take place at 2 p.m. Again, that will be on Thursday, November 20th. Lastly, I'd like to commend our city clerk, Jan Ferenz, and her exceptional staff and all of our election workers for another well-run city election. There were a few residents who were confused about the new voting precincts, but for the most part, it went very smoothly. As for the results, I would like to congratulate Jan for her reelection, as well as City Treasurer Chris Roulette. Congratulations also to our 6 returning council members, Zoe Cuspa, Christian Graziani, Karen George, Priscilla Ayers-Reese, Philip Roush, and Ed Golick, as well as our newcomer, Adrian Price. I'd also like to note that the voters of this community returned Zoe Cuspa to her role as council president. This is the first time that a female held that role for 2 consecutive terms since Sue Hall in 1993. 6 years before Zoe was born.
Thank you.
This, however, will be Victoria Erridge's last meeting, at least for a while. Special thanks to her for her service and commitment to our community. I look forward to Victoria staying engaged, and I'm confident that her name will appear on a future ballot. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. Madam Clerk,
No report.
Mr. Treasurer,
Wow, that was a lot. No report, thank you.
Councilman Erridge.
I have no report, but I just wanted to echo what the mayor said. The Southgate police and fire departments were amazing at their jobs. They are every single day, but when you have momentous things happen like that, you really realize just how heroic they are and selfless that they are. So thank you. And also want to say thank you to all of you, and congratulations to everyone here, and to Adrian Price. I know you're going to do a great job representing the city, and I want to hope to continue to contribute in some way. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Roush.
No report.
Councilman Graziani. I don't have any report, but I just want to say thank you so much for the residents for coming out to vote. We did have a pretty decent turnout, and the clerk's office did a great job as well. And I just want to say thank you so much for returning me to my seat as well. Councilman George.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Case Commission is busy judging the entries into the Halloween home decorating contest. The winners will receive their awards at the next council meeting. The Commission on Aging had a sellout Thanksgiving luncheon party. The Christmas party will be Thursday, December 18th, and the cost is still $20. Thursday, December 4th, is a stay on the bus trip to the Heinz Park Light Fest event, which is free. Seats are limited, first come, first serve. For both events, to reserve your seat, call Diane Grabowski at the Senior Center, 734-258-3066. I too would like to thank the residents for putting their confidence and trust in me and reelecting me to city council. Also to my family, I'd like to thank the clerk and her staff. The numbers came in early. And I also would like to thank Victoria for filling in for the vacancy on council. She has done an outstanding job. And I know that we will see more of you, Victoria. Thank you. I look forward to working with Councilman-elect Adrian Price and the rest of the council. And to thank Sue, our reporter, who did a question answer in the News Herald so the voters could be informed. And I would like to, the Downriver Sunday Times. Okay, it's the Downriver Sunday. Did it used to be the Sunday Times Herald? Okay, all right. Anyway, I do want to thank you. And also, we've got 4 males on the council this coming term. And to my recollection, for most of the years that Southgate has been in existence, we have had 4 women that have been ruling in the city.
Ruling,
So we-
okay.
So anyway, we've kind of had a turn, but either way, I mean, we've had good representation on this council, and I know that everybody here is going to do a good job, and I look forward to working with them. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kingdom has returned.
Councilman Ruiz.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd also like to say thank you to all the citizens and residents of Southgate for helping me get elected this time, and I appreciate you very much, and I promise I will give you what you voted for in these next 4 years, and I thank you very much. And kudos to public safety, our fire department, administration, for helping everyone at the senior center and at the fire. And I still in contact with some of the seniors. We built quite a relationship, so thank you all very much.
Thank you. Councilman Golick.
Thank you, Madam Chair. October 21st, the Downtown Development Authority had a meeting chaired by our DDA Director, Ms. Diaz. Several items were taken center stage, including the Big Program Award, which is a semi-matching program for businesses in the city, in the downtown area that want to improve their outside appearance. The first award was presented to Roma's Pizza. It's a $12,000 award to fix up the front of their building and make it more appealing to the customers. The second award was the big one. It was donated to, or made available to the Southgate Shopping Center. We're going to donate $20,000 for awning repair and replacement, or canopies, whatever he decides to use. And then there's also $30,000 at $2,500 per tenant if they want to change their sign. So the total package could be $50,000 to upgrade the appearance of that shopping center. And since we have that right next to Market Center Park, that's a great idea to get traffic into that area. The second thing we talked about was the Southgate Shop Small Spectacular. Last year it was a scavenger hunt where folks went to different businesses and got their card stamped and then were entered into a raffle. This year Maria went a little different way. She wanted to have goodie bags with coupons and $25 in Southgate cash that you can spend only on the 29th, which is that Saturday, anywhere in Southgate. There's going to be 100 bags available. They'll be available at the Downriver Federal Credit Union on Trenton Road, and there's only going to be 100 available from 2 to 4 p.m. November 26th. That's a Wednesday. So if you're out and about that day, you stop by the credit union, pick up that bag, and then you can spend it on Saturday. Third thing we talked about is Maria wants to institute a quarterly business mailing to all the businesses in Southgate, reminding them of what's available to them through the city, whether it's the Big Grant Award Program, participating in the Small Shop Spectacular, or just different ideas on how to run a successful business in Southgate. The fourth thing we discussed is the business award nominations. Every year at this time, we have several businesses awarded for either beautification, longevity, or whichever category they fit in, and the mayor awards those trophies and awards at his annual State of the City. The fifth thing we talked about was a recap of Harvest Fest. It's a great turnout, even though the weather was warm. It wasn't a day to carve pumpkins or carry pumpkins with the 90-degree weather, but we did well financially on that. She also gave a recap of Heritage Days and concerts in the park, and she's looking to have more entertainment, more food trucks or food offerings available to increase the attendance at those events. So that was all for the Downtown Development Authority, but I had several notes that I gathered as I was campaigning in the last week or two and at the polls yesterday that I'm going to call my community notes, because there's a lot of stuff going on in Southgate, and sometimes you don't know about it unless we tell you about it. First of all, Veterans Day, November 11th, happy Veterans Day to all who served. Really appreciate that. And I kind of went through the list of Southgate businesses that are offering discounts and deals to the vendors, or to the veterans. Tommy's Car Wash, give you a free car wash on Veterans Day, right on Eureka and Dick's here. Carrabba's will give you a free app if you order a meal. The following restaurants will give you a free meal: Applebee's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Outback, and Red Robin. And I just picked the ones that I saw were local to Southgate so we could support those folks as well. Number 2, Dix Road Construction. Kind of caught everybody by surprise. Not sure how you guys drove in today, but some people were on the paved section, some were on the unpaved section, and some were on the section that hasn't been touched yet. So I'm not sure where the cones are supposed to be. Just be real careful going home that we don't have any accidents out front. Groundbreaking this week for Chipotle and Panera Bread, right next to Ramshorn on 4th Street. That project's been in the works for quite a while, and we're glad to see that they finally cleared the cement away today. That was the opening day. Something that's going to affect people on Dix Toledo and Reek Road area. The Henry VIII is finally being removed. The building sat vacant for quite a long time. We were hoping it would not be redeveloped with the former business that was in there, but there's going to be a medical office in there now, and I'm sure the neighbors will be glad to see that. Roma's, I mentioned once before, they're having a promotion right now. If you bring in a SNAP card because you're losing your benefits, they'll give you a free slice of pizza. Every day, any day, no questions asked. I noticed today the leaves are being picked up again, and just wanted to remind the residents that the DPS plan is that we're going to vacuum up the leaves that fall from the trees and land in the street to eliminate safety concerns and to prevent them from going in the sewers. They would rather you don't rake your own leaves into the street because they'll back them up and cause other problems if they can't get to them. Please bag your leaves for normal pickup. And then one more thing, the Southgate Anderson High School Band competed at Ford Field last Saturday. They took 3rd place in their flight, which is the highest rating they've had since 2012. So awesome job by the teachers, the instructions, and the kids as well. And then, of course, I'd like to thank everyone who showed up to vote yesterday, no matter who you voted for. Voted for 1 council person, 7 council people, or whichever the choice was. We had so many comments from the volunteers that were helping outside for various candidates of how nice a city Southgate is and how friendly all the people working at the polls were. And if you looked at some of the things that happened in other cities, that's not the case all over. So thank you to all the candidates and for everybody that you sent to the polls. Everybody had a real cordial day, and it was good information sharing. And then lastly, of course, I'd like to say goodbye to Victoria. We appreciate your service. The 6 of us up here selected you during the open interview process where there was 15 people here, and you've definitely shown above the rest. And I hope you continue to be involved in the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Golick. Great remarks. Mr. Marsh, please, for the agenda.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening. Tonight, we'll have a closed session to discuss 4 topics. We'll be reviewing contract negotiations with Teep Home 2018, AFSCME 1917, and Teamsters Local 214. Additionally, we'll discuss pending litigation with the Southgate Public Schools. Under scheduled persons in the audience, we'll have representatives from Boy Scout Troop 1783 regarding wreath sales. Historically, Council has approved the sale of the wreaths and waived the fee. So after the presentation tonight, if council would choose to do that, you can make a resolution and again, approve the sales and waive the fee. Going on to consideration of bids, we have one item, and that is for the Sycamore Street Sewer Project. This project is a required first step to the Barberry Relief Sewer Project, which will be taking place throughout next year. For this bid, we received 12 proposals, and we're recommending Springline Excavating as they provided the lowest qualified bid. Are there any questions from council regarding this item?
Through the chair.
Councilman Gollick.
Mr. Marsh, could you just relay for the residents the portion of Sycamore that's going to be worked on?
Oh, certainly, yeah. So, and I'll just add as well, if anyone wants to see these plans, the plan set is currently available at the clerk's office. So if you want to see what it looks like, it is available there. The section of Sycamore is going to be between Barberry and Howard. Okay, thank you. Barberry and Howard. So it's one block, and it's to create a diversion pipe that will take the dry weather flows and divert them away from the Barberry Relief Sewer that we'll be putting in next year.
Thank you.
Okay, under Communications A, the first three items are related to the contract extensions with first Teamsters Local 214, and then ASME 1917, and the third contract extension with TPOM 2018. Again, each of these items will be discussed during tonight's closed session. Are there any questions regarding those first three items on Communications A? Okay, seeing none, next is a request for an extension to the planned development at 11555 Allen Road. This project is known as the Oasis Senior Living Project. The developer experienced some initial delays and was not able to complete the progress that's required in the first 2 years of the rezoning. However, the developer is now ready to proceed. They have come in and paid for their construction permit. And they requested an extension with the Planning Commission. Planning Commission has voted to pass it on to City Council. That would be for a 2-year extension of the zoning. We believe that they're ready to get started. They've worked through Wayne County, and again, they paid their construction permit fees as well. So we expect that project to start soon. Are there any questions regarding this item? Okay, seeing none, next is a request to waive the bid and hire library design consulting services to assist the library director in the purchase and layout of additional shelving and furniture. While we are asking to waive the bid, these are professional services, and library design services has been approved in the past on various library upgrades. Are there any questions from council? Okay, seeing none. The next item is similar, and it's a recommendation, again, for library design consulting services to assist in the design of the staff offices at the library. Again, these are professional services, and they've worked well with the city in the past. Any questions on that item? Okay, seeing none. Next is regarding park improvements at Kennebec Park. The city was recently notified that the county had additional county rec millage funds, and they asked if we could use those on a project now. So we are recommending that we install a park using Ventura. We're recommending that the bid be waived so that the funds can be spent in a timely manner, and because Ventura's positive work history in the past. I'd actually like to say here, we actually will need 2 separate motions for this item. Before any motions made regarding the park equipment, we do need a motion approving the agreement with the county to receive the $61,000. And just to point out for this project as well, the park equipment from Ventura, which they could install in the spring, would only require about $1,500 of the city's park millage funds. The rest would actually be coming from the county. So before any motion would be made regarding the park equipment, we would need a motion to approve the attached agreement with the city of Southgate and Wayne County for improvements at Kennebec Park, and to authorize the mayor to sign the agreement. We approved a similar grant agreement back in August of 2024. That was for Police Auxiliary Park. Were there any questions from council relating to these, actually 2 items?
So just so I'm clear with my motions too, so the first motion would be to receive the funds with the.
Yeah, you'd want to, it should be to approve the agreement between the city of Southgate and Wayne County for improvements at Kennebec Park, and
then-
to authorize the mayor to sign.
And then the second one would be to purchase the.
To purchase the equipment, yeah,
Thank you.
using those funds. Okay, next is a request for renewal of UFED Touch Ultimate software license with Cellbrite, which will be paid for with federal forfeiture funds. The annual subscription update allows the Detective Bureau to continue the use of the Cellbrite forensic phone technology equipment. Are there any questions from council regarding this item? Okay, next is a request to have our city plumbing contractor, Quint Plumbing, install a water bottle filling station at the library. This request includes all the labor for the removal of the old fountain and compressor, the purchase of a new drinking fountain with water bottle filling station, and the installation. Are there any questions from council? Okay, seeing none, the last item under Communications A is the recommendation for approval of the attached RFP for the sale of parcels located at 14282 Ford Line and 11699 Mulberry. These properties were vacant and acquired through tax foreclosure, and the homes on the properties were subsequently demolished. The attached RFP will incentivize the redevelopment of owner-occupied single-family homes. Are there any questions from council on these items?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Gollak?
how else do we advertise the vacant properties besides through the city website?
So we have put signs, well, on Ford Line, I should say, we have put signs on the lot itself. I will say that, we've also used a similar RFP in the past. We just didn't get any proposals. The city's recently been contacted by a developer who's interested in the purchase of the lot, rather than, in dealing with an individual, contractor. We said we just put it back out there, collect open bids, have a sealed bid process, and then open them at the end of that process.
Thank you.
We do have one item under Communications B, and that's a correspondence from the city clerk regarding a name change to our voting equipment from Dominion Voting Systems to Liberty Vote USA. And as that's a Communications B item, it's just a receive and file. That's all. Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Mayor?
we have several members of the Boy Scout troop here, and I would just request that we take that item up on the agenda before we go in closed session, so that they're able to leave if, because I don't know how long the closed session will be, and, you know, they're welcome to stay, but at least they'll be able to address the council with their requests before we go into closed session.
All right, we will reconvene at 7 o'clock.
It's just agenda, Dan.
She said the right time.
Now, 7 o'clock, November 5th, regular meeting will begin. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Erich. Present. Councilman Golick.
Here.
Councilman Ayers Reese.
Present.
Councilman Roush.
Here.
Councilman George.
Here.
Councilman Graziani.
Present.
Councilman Cuspa.
Here. Any motion to approve the work study meeting minutes dated October 15th, 2025?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers Reese.
I make a motion, we approve the work study meeting minutes dated October 15, 2025.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I had a motion to approve the regular city council meeting minutes dated October 15th, 2025.
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
make a motion to approve the regular city council meeting dated October 15th, 2025.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Erich. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. We're first going to do our scheduled person in the audience. That is Boy Scout Troop 1783 regarding the wreath sales. If you'd like to come on up to the podium.
Good evening. It's wonderful to be here again with you tonight. My name is Joseph Thompson. I'm Scoutmaster of Troop 1783. We meet at 16700 Pennsylvania Avenue at Christ the King Lutheran Church. They're gracious enough to give us space. We're here this evening to ask for permission to sell Christmas trees along Eureka at the site of the Southgate Shopping Center, as we do every year, the weekend after Black Friday and the next weekend after that. The profits from this go primarily for the boys so they can attend a week-long summer camp, usually in July. The last we went to was actually more of an odyssey than a fun, joyous camp out. We would also like to get it on public record. Troop 1783 has now reached 50 years of continuous service to the Southgate and the surrounding communities. So we're very happy to be here. Our troop now has 12 young men that we're hoping to make good citizens, and we continue to plug along and keep scouting alive and well in the Downriver community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
This council would then like to,
Madam Chairman,
Councilman
what were
Roush.
the actual dates?
50,
Friday.
oh, the dates of the sale?
Yeah.
It's in the
And then we can put that in the motion that way?
Weekend after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and then the next week.
Madam Chair.
Yeah, through the chair, it's November 28th through the 30th. And potentially December 5th through the 7th.
Madam Chair.
6th to the 7th usually, the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to get the
They have
date?
school Friday, so we won't have them out there for that. But
They
they'll
may
get
like
back.
to do that, though.
Councilman George wanted to make a motion. Do you know, are you understand?
Yes,
the dates?
like to make a motion to approve the request of Boy Scout Troop 1783 to hold a Christmas wreath sale at the Southgate Shopping Centers on the dates of November 28th, 29th, and 30th, plus December 5th and 7th, if needed, and to waive any fees that are associated with it.
Support.
Motion by George, supported by Roush. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Thank you, guys.
Madam Chair, I was just
Mr. Mayor.
informed by one of the scoutmasters there that Karen George's husband was one of the scoutmasters during that 50-year history, so it's nice.
And I'm also wearing, Madam Chair, I'm also wearing my grandparents' Eagle Scout. I had two of my grandsons that were Eagle Scouts, but it wasn't from that troop, but they are Scouts, and I was associated with that troop for many years. I hope that you boys do continue on and that you have many more Eagle Scouts. It's good to see you out doing work rather than sitting at home playing on your computer, your iPad, or whatever. You're going to learn a lot and stick with it. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Councilwoman. All right, we need a motion to move into closed session regarding Teamsters 214, TPOAM 2018, AFSME 1917, and the pending litigation of Southgate Public Schools versus City of Southgate. I'll entertain a motion to open, or to go into closed session, I'm sorry.
Madam Chair, may I add the language again for the litigation to discuss litigation strategy? And that's the reason we're going to closed session, because believe it or not, some public bodies, even in the same geographic surrounding, don't follow the Open Meetings Act. This council always does. So I'd ask to incorporate that language.
I'll entertain that motion.
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers Reese.
I make a motion that we move into closed session for Teamster 214, TPOAM 2018, AFSME 1917, and pending litigation strategy for Southgate Public Schools versus City of Southgate.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, support by Golick. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Cuspa.
Yes.
Councilman Graziani.
Yes.
Councilman George.
Yes.
Councilman Roush.
Yes.
Councilman Ayers Reese.
Yes.
Councilman Gollak.
Yes.
Councilman Erich.
Yes.
We'll move into closed session.
Yeah, he did bring it.
I know, he showed it to us.
Under commercial? Should be on.
Session regarding the Teamsters 214, TPOAM 2018, AFSME 1917, and the pending litigation strategies for Southgate Public Schools versus City of Southgate.
Madam Chair,
Councilman George.
if we come out of closed session concerning Teamsters 214, TPOAM 218, AFSME 1917, and pending litigation, Southgate Public Schools versus City of Southgate.
Support.
Okay, motion by George, supported by Roush. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Erich,
Yes.
Councilman Gollak,
Yes.
Councilman Reese,
Yes.
Councilman Roush.
Yes.
Councilman George.
Yes.
Councilman Graziani.
Yes.
Councilman Cuspa.
Yes. Closed session. One item under consideration bids, a letter from the mayor regarding the award bid for Sycamore Street sewer repair, Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above and concur with the city engineer's recommendation to award the bid for the Sycamore Street Sewer Project to Springline Excavating LLC of Farmington Hills in the amount of $1,097,852 plus a 10% contingency in the amount of $109,785.20. Funds for this project are available in the Southgate Wyandotte O&M fund budget. Your favorable consideration of this matter is appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Erich.
I move that we award the bid for the Sycamore Street Sewer Project to Springline Excavating LLC in the amount of $1,097,852 plus 10% contingency in the amount of $109,785.20.
Support.
Motion by Erich, supported by Golick. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. No scheduled hearings. First item under communications A is a memo from the administrator regarding the contract extension for Teamsters 214. Madam Clerk.
As previously discussed at this evening's executive session, the administration has presented the city council with the tentative agreement for a 2-year extension to the collective bargaining agreement with the Teamsters Local 214. The administration believes that the adoption of this agreement is in the best interest of the city, and we have respectfully requested authorization for the mayor, city clerk, and city administrator to sign on behalf of the city.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers Reese.
make a motion that we had to adopt the proposed 2-year collective bargaining agreement with the Teamsters Local 214 and to authorize the mayor, city clerk, and city administrator to sign on behalf of the city.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by Roush. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next, memo from administrator regarding the contract extension for TPOAM 2018. Madam Clerk.
As previously discussed at this evening's executive session, the administration has presented the city council with a tentative agreement for a 2-year extension to the collective bargaining agreement with the TPOAM 2018. The administration believes that the adoption of this agreement is in the best interest of the city, and we respectfully request authorization for the mayor, city clerk, and city administrator to sign on behalf of the city.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Support.
Oh, what's the
Madam
pleasure of the
Chair.
council? Councilman Golick.
I make a motion to adopt the proposed 2-year collective bargaining agreement with the TPOAM 2018 and authorize the mayor, city clerk, and city administrator to sign on behalf of the city.
Support.
Motion by Golick, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next, memo from administrator regarding the contract extension for AFSME 1917. Madam Clerk.
As previously discussed at this evening's executive session, the administration has presented the city council with a tentative agreement for a 2-year extension to the collective bargaining agreement with the AFSME 1917. The administration believes that the adoption of this agreement is in the best interest of the city, and we respectfully request the authorization for the mayor, city clerk, and city administrator to sign on behalf of the city.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
we both did it, sorry, yeah, okay. To adopt I make a motion to adopt the proposed 2-year collective bargaining agreement with AFSCME 1917 and to authorize the mayor, city clerk, and city administrator to sign on behalf of the city.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Ayers. Any discussion? Any
Madam
object-
Chair.
Oh, Councilman Golick.
I'd just like to thank the administration and the unions both for negotiating these contracts before they run out. In these economic times, it's important that we have our positions fully staffed under contract, and the employees know that the next 2 years are set. And so appreciate the efforts of all you guys, Mr. Drysdale as well, to make sure it fits in the budget and going forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a memo from the administrator regarding the planned development extension at 11555 Allen Road. Madam Clerk.
In 2023, council approved the rezoning of 11555 Allen Road from a C3 business district to a planned development district. Under the planned development ordinance, the developers have 2 years to make substantial development. Unfortunately, the developer did not meet that requirement and has requested an extension of the zoning. The Plan Commission met and recommended an approval of an extension. The extension would be for 2 years. The developer intends to build a new senior living center. Approvals have now been obtained through Wayne County, and construction permits have been paid through the building department. Therefore, the administration recommends City Council concur with the Planning Commission and extend planned development zoning classification for the parcel.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilwoman Ayers Reese.
I make a motion to extend the planned development district zoning at 11555 Allen Road for a 2-year period.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by Roush. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a letter from the mayor regarding the approved library design consulting services. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above and concur with the finance director's recommendation to waive the bid procedure and approve the proposal from Library Design Associates of Plymouth, Michigan for library design services in the amount not to exceed $3,000. Funds are available in the library fund budget for this expenditure. Your favorable consideration of this matter is appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers.
move that we waive the city bidding process and approve the proposal from Library Design Associates Incorporated for library design consulting services for an amount not to exceed $3,000.
Support.
Motion by Ayers, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next, letter from the mayor regarding the approved library worksite design consulting. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above and concur with the finance director's recommendation to waive the bid procedure and approve the proposal for Library Design Associates, Plymouth, Michigan, for library workspace design consulting services in an amount not to exceed $6,000. Funds are available in the library fund budget for this expenditure. Your favorable consideration of this matter is appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I make a motion, we waive the city bidding process and approve the proposal from Library Design Associates Incorporated for library workspace design consulting services for an amount not to exceed $6,000.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Ayers. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is letter from the mayor regarding the approved Kennebec Park play area. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above and concur with the finance director's recommendation to waive the bid procedure and approve the proposal from Pensura LLC of Brighton for the Kennebec Park play area in the amount of $62,915. Primary funding for this project will come from the Wayne County's Park Millage Fund grant in the amount of $61,500. The balance of $1,415 will be funded from the city's Parks and Recreation Millage Fund. Your favorable consideration of this matter is appreciated.
There'll be 2 motions needed for this, just as a reminder, so I'll entertain a motion, or I'll entertain.
Madam Chair,
First one, Councilman Golick.
I'll make the motion that we approve the agreement between the Charter County of Wayne and the city of Southgate for improvements to Kennebec Park and authorize the mayor to sign.
Support.
Motion by Golick, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Moving on to the second one.
I'll make the second motion, Madam Chair.
Yeah, okay, Councilman Golick.
I move that we waive the city bid process and approve the proposal from Pensura LLC for the Kennebec Park Play Area project in the amount of $62,915, with the funding to be provided by a Wayne County Parks Millage Grant in the amount of $61,500, and the remaining funds of $1,415 to be funded from the city's Parks and Recreation Millage Fund.
Support.
Motion by Golick, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is a letter from the mayor regarding the renewal of UFED Touch Ultimate Software License. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above with the finance director, and I concur with his recommendation to renew the UFED Touch Ultimate Software License with Celebrite Incorporated of Vienna, Virginia, in the annual amount of $6,900 for a 1-year period ending September 30th, 2026. Funds are available in the Federal Forfeiture Fund. Your favorable consideration of this matter is greatly appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers Reese.
make a motion, we approve the UFED Touch Ultimate Software License Renewal for a one-year period expiring December 8th, 2026, with Celebrite Incorporated in the amount of $6,900.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by Golick. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Next is letter from the mayor regarding the approved library replacement drinking fountain and water bottle filling station. Madam Clerk.
I have reviewed the above and concur with the finance director's recommendation to approve the proposal from Quint Plumbing for the replacement drinking fountain and water bottle filling station at the library in the amount of $5,996. Quint Plumbing is the city's approved contractor for plumbing services. Adequate funds are available in the library fund budget. Your concurrence on this matter is greatly appreciated.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I make a motion, we approve the proposed Quint Plumbing and Heating Incorporated for the replacement and installation of a new drinking fountain and water bottle filling station in the amount of $5,996.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by George. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. Last is a memo from the administrator regarding the sale of city-owned vacant lots, 11699 Mulberry and 14282 Ford Line. Madam Clerk.
The administration recommends the attached RFP for the sale and redevelopment of the vacant lots located at 11699 Mulberry and 14282 Ford Line. Both of these lots were purchased by the city through tax foreclosure in July of 2017. The houses on these lots were subsequently demolished, and the lots have remained vacant since that time. The attached RFP details the requirements to bid on the purchase of the properties. This RFP is similar to the RFP previously approved by council for the sale of 14282 Ford Line in 2024. At that time, the city did not receive any proposals. Recently, the city has been approached with interest to purchase the Ford Line property. Therefore, the administration recommends reopening the RFP process as a means to incentivize the development of single-family owner-occupied homes. The proposed price on each property is $10,000, and bidders may bid on one or both lots. Should the bid be awarded to an owner-occupant, payment for the property will be held in escrow by the city and released back to the owner, provided they live in the house for at least 5 years from the closing date.
What's the pleasure of the council?
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers.
I move to approve the attached RFP for the sale of 14282 Ford Line, Southgate, Michigan. Parcel ID is 53011 010037 and 11699 Mulberry, Southgate, Michigan. Parcel ID 53006 030110
Support.
Motion by Ayers, supported by Ayers Reese. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. One item under communications B to receive and file. I entertain a motion to receive and file.
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I make a motion, we receive and file.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by George. File. There are no ordinances. Any old business the council would like to discuss? Seeing none, any new business the council would like to discuss?
Madam Chair.
Mr. Mayor.
I just wanted to announce, didn't do it under officials' reports, but our charter mandates that we have a swearing-in ceremony 2 weeks after the election, and that will be before our next meeting, and that'll be Tuesday, the 19th at 7 p.m. will be the swearing-in of the, I'm sorry, the 18th, yeah, it's, okay, yeah, it was 2 weeks from yesterday. The 18th at 7 p.m., and the Supreme Court Justice Brian Zara has agreed to once again come down for that swearing-in ceremony. So it's always added to the pomp and circumstance to have a Supreme Court Justice come down. But I want to let everybody know that it is open to the public, and hopefully there'll be a lot of people here to witness that.
Thank you.
Any other new business?
Madam Chairman,
Councilman Roush.
I just have an idea that I would like to put forward. So obviously with this tragedy with the fire and everything, is there a way that somehow that like us elected officials could get informed? Because people were calling and we would have no idea. Even if it was a text message that said, hey, this is, the American House was on fire, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, and we've talked about it in years past, and I know some of my colleagues, we've all talked about it, but something that, because we're kind of left out there hanging. I mean, not by your fault. You guys were all busy doing stuff, and I understand it. But I would thought, what a great way for us to be able to say to somebody, if someone calls, and go, hey, do you know what's going on? And we could say, hey, yes, we do. The American House is on fire. You know, the city's doing this, or whatever. Just even something, whether it's through our council president doing it, but it's just something that we could maybe look at for future references. You know,
Yeah, through the chair, I
the
think that's something that
pipeline,
we
yeah.
could definitely do. I think there's some apps even that we could,
yeah. I just thought it would be a great idea
for
because
something like
and
that.
then we all communicate better, you know, too. But I mean, whether it's something like yesterday when Emily sent us the text about the signs, it would be something that we'd already be in and we'd already know anyway. So that was just an idea. Thank you.
Any other new business? Seeing none, we'll move on to unscheduled persons in the audience. If there's anyone in the council or in the audience that would like to address council, please come to the podium, state your name and address. You'll have 3 minutes to address council. Seeing none, move on to claims and accounts. Councilman Roush.
Move to approve warrant 1532 in the amount of $3,387,900, $387,998.80.
Support.
Motion by Roush, supported by Graziani. Any discussion? Any objection? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair,
Councilman Ayers Reese.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion by Ayers Reese, supported by George. Any discussion or objection? Or adjourned?